It's good morning to Dr. Marny Lishman. Thank you for joining us here at Yellow Shelf.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's an absolute pleasure. Congratulations. Your new book is out in December.
Yes.
Your book is called Crisis to Contentment. What do we need to know about this book, Marny?
It's all about midlife and how to navigate the trials and tribulations and some of the of middle age and midlife. And not only that, but just tap into the irritabilities and tap into the sadness at times and tap into this nostalgia of the past and bring it forth into today in the present moment and yeah, put it into your life going forward so you have a better second half of life than you did the first half.
And Marny, it is fair to say you're a doctor, you're a wellness expert, a mental health expert. You live and breathe this, I
Yeah.
guess, through the work you do.
Yeah.
What inspired you to write the book? And tell us about your background and anything we need to know, because I know you've written a book previously as well.
I have. I have a previous book called Burnout to Brilliant and Crisis to Contentment. Yeah, I've kind of like tapped into my clients, the people that I work with on a daily basis, and whether that's my individual clients or when I go out to workplaces, you hear so much, don't you? And you learn so much because as a psychologist, I get to hear a little bit deeper than the average person. I get the vulnerabilities. I get the tough stuff that people are challenged with in life. And yeah, why not write a book about it? And I think as well as I'm in that age bracket, I'm a proud midlifer and sometimes a grumpy midlifer. I think I've really kind of tapped into my own experience, and I did a lot in this book. I shared a lot of my own stories as well, but I know their main themes in middle ages, and I thought, people need to understand how they're feeling and why they're feeling like that, and try and flip it a little bit, do a bit of a pivot psychologically, so they can have an awesome second half of their life.
And, I think on a personal level, I know we were talking before we started recording, but, there's so much wisdom in this book because when you're going through whatever your crisis is, whether it's, middle age, whether it's like changing careers, family stuff, all those different challenges that we have, that in the moment can feel like a crisis. You feel like you're the only one.
Oh, exactly, exactly. And this is why we have to have these important conversations. And what I wanted to do in Crisis to Contentment is kind of sit in the stagnant water of the grumpiness a little bit. Because I think, because we are busy, aren't we, in modern world? Like in us middle ages, we have a lot on our plate. We wear so many hats, we have so many roles and so many things to do, and we're getting tired about it. So I didn't want to brush it all under the rug, didn't want
Yeah.
to sweep it under there and ignore it. I wanted to say, hey, yeah, it's hard being a parent when you're midlife. It's hard looking after your own parents. It's hard navigating your career. Relationships are strange at this time. So I wanted to sit in that kind of, like I said, the stagnant waters of it and be a little bit grumpy, but go,
Yeah.
what is this telling us? What is the wisdom here? And how can we turn it to something positive?
Yeah, no, that's great. That's powerful. And I think
Yeah.
it's a topic that, doesn't always get, brought to the forefront, particularly as a working woman and plenty for men as well.
Well, exactly. And this is not about women, this book.
Yeah.
This is about everyone. And yeah, I talk a lot about men in this book as well, because yeah, again, as a psychologist, I'm not just working with women, I'm working with all genders, and I hear the challenges that they're going through. So yeah, it's for everyone.
Yeah. And look, finally, what's the best way to connect with you? I know you can get this book all around the world. Tell us, how do we connect with you if we're curious, or the book?
Yes, well, yeah, I'm quite Googleable. So it's Dr. Marny Lishman, Marny with a Y, but I'm sure Google will correct you if you get it wrong. But I am on Instagram. I'm a big Instagrammer. I'm on TikTok now. Oh my
Oh,
gosh, trying to
wow.
navigate that. Yeah, I've got a website which is just my name, marnylishman.com.au. And my book will pretty much be, again, quite Googleable, been in your good bookstores around the place and Amazon, yeah, everywhere, and also just from my website as well.
Yeah, and look, I'll share all that you just discussed in the show
Yes,
notes to make it really easy.
yes.
Congrats on the book. And anyone else who's curious about your old book?
Yes, burnout
That's,
to brilliant.
yeah,
Yes, that's
that's,
everywhere as well.
I know that's still
Yeah,
available. And go to your website
thank
to
you.
refer to that. You do some really great work.
Thank
Thank you for
you.
joining us here today.
Excellent. Thanks so much for having me.
Cheers.